Welcome to this episode of Robert's Creative Chronicles. So today, we'll be solving this question which states that find the root of the equation 2x minus log x is equal to 7, which lies between 3 and 4 using secant method. Perform 4 iterations. So solution. At least thank God this question specifies the number of iterations we have to perform, because some functions actually require you to perform more than 20 iterations before you get the answer. So thank God at 4, after the 4th iteration, we'll stop. Then, and also this question gives us the interval between 3 and 4. So we don't need to find the interval because the interval has been given to us. So let's write the function. The function is 2x minus log x. So we can bring this 7 here. So it will be minus 7. So this is our function of x. In secant method, unlike the other iteration methods, you use 2 initial approximations. In other methods like Newton-Raphson, Chebyshev, fixed point method, we use only 1 initial approximation. But in this secant method, we are going to use 2, which is given to us in the equation x0 is equal to 3, then x1 is equal to 4. You can use any one as your x0 and any one as your x1. Even though you use x0 as 4, x1 as 3, you still get the same answer. But you still get the same final answer. You still get the final answer, but your workings will be different from a person that uses the reverse of that. But your final answer will be the same. Let me write the general equation of the secant method. So it's given by xn plus 1 is equal to xn minus xn minus xn minus 1 over fxn, then this, the function of this minus the function of this, then times fxn. So this is the general form of the secant method equation, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3. In this one, n starts from 1, not 0. N does not start from 0 in this secant method. N starts from 1. So now, these 2 initial approximations, we are going to find their functions. So it will be a function of x0, and x0 is 3, is equals to what? We will substitute 3 into this equation. So it will be what? 2 times 3 minus log 3 minus 7. It will be 2 times 3 minus log 3 minus 7. This is negative 1.4771. So this is the value for fx0. Then f, the other one, fx1, which is equal to what? f4 is 2 times 4 minus log 4 minus 7. So you just put 4 here. This is 0.3979. So you see, you can see that even the 2 initial approximations given to us, if you substitute them, you get a negative and a positive value, which means that actually the root will lie between these 2, between 3 and 4. Maybe the root is 3.5 or 3 point something. Because the root, when you substitute the root inside an equation, it should give you 0. So since it gives, this one gives us a negative and a positive value, this one gives us a negative value, and this one gives us a positive value, That means the root will lie between these 3 and 4, so that it will give us maybe zero value, because according to the number line, 0 lies between these two numbers. So the root must lie between these 3 and 4. So you can see that it's correct. So the root can be 3, will be 3 point something. Even without certainty, you will know because of these substitutions. So now we'll start the first iteration. We'll say n is equals to 1. This is the first iteration. So now when n is equals to 1 here, it will be what? X2. This is x2. 1 plus 1 is 2. Is equals to what? X1 minus x1 minus 1 is 0. X0 over fx1 minus fx0 multiplied by what? Fx1. So now let's substitute it inside. So this will be what? What's x1? X1 is 4 minus 4 minus 3 times what is fx1 is 0.3979 divided by the function of x1 is what? Is 0.3979 minus, it will be now plus, since it's minus this, 1.4771. And so now let's put the numerator in this calculator. 4 minus 3 times 0.3979. 0.3979. Wow. So it's 4 minus 0.3979 divided by, okay, since it's the same thing here, we can also just say plus 1.4771, 1.875, 1.8750. So now let's divide this. This is 0.3979 divided by 1.8750. This is 0.2122. So this becomes 4 minus 0.2122, which is approximately 4 minus 0.2122. It's cost 3.7878. 3.7878. This is x2. X2 is approximately 3.7878. You can see that what I said at the beginning is almost true, because since it lies between 3 and 4, now is converging small. You see 3.7878. I'm sure the next one will be decreasing, maybe 3 point or increasing. So you can see that it's converging. So now let's move to the next iteration. N is equals to 2. My second iteration. So, but first, since n is equals to 2, we are going to need function of x2. So let's find it, function of x2 in the formula. So the function of this x2 is what? Is the function of 3.7878, which is equals to what? This is 2. So it's 2. 3.7878 minus log 3.7878 minus 7. So it's what? It's 2 3.7878 minus log 3.7878 then minus 7. You can see that this times 10 to the power of minus 3, so it will be remove 1 to 3, so it will be 2 zeros before this 2 and to be 28. So this is negative 0.0028. You can see it, meaning there will be 2 zeros before this 2. So the function of x2 is this. So now we can express this formula. The formula now, when we substitute n is equal to 2 in the original equation, it will be 2 plus 1, which is 3. So it will be x3 is equals to what? x2 minus x2 also minus x1, then fx1 fx2 minus fx1. And since n is 2, so here is also be 2, not 1, since n is 2. You know, here also is x and x2 minus, then 2 minus 1, then fx2 over fx2 minus fx1. So here is 2, not 1. So now let's substitute this. x2 is what? x2 is 3.7878. So this is 3.7878 minus x2 is what? 3.7878. x1 is what? x1 is 4. Yeah. From the equation, x1 is 4. Then fx2, the function of x2 is what? Is minus 0.0028. Divided by the function of x2 is what? The same thing. Then fx1 is 0.3979. So let's put the numerator to be 3.7878 minus 4 times negative 0.0028. So this will be 3 zeros before 5, which is approximately 6. So it will be 3.7878 to be 3.7878 minus 0.0006 over negative 0.4007. This negative times negative will become plus. So this will be 3.7878 plus this will be what? 0.0015. Since this will move 3 decimal place back, so there will be 2 decimal before 1 4, which is approximately 15. So now 3.7878 plus 0.0015 is 3.7893. 3.7893. This x3. So from 7878 to 7893. Now we'll move to the third iteration. Third, fx3 is equal to f3.7893. So it will be what? 2 times 3.7893 minus log 3.7893 minus 7. 3.7893 minus log 3.7893 minus 7. You can see that in this one, it will be negative times. We'll go back 4 times. So there will be 4 zeros before this 4. So, and as if we approximate it to 4 decimal place, we'll get 0.0004. But we're using 4, so it's 0. So you can see that this number will be the root of this equation, 3.7893. This is the root. Since when we substitute this number into the equation, it gave us 0.000, which is approximately 0. So it's the root of this equation. It's the approximate root rather, since it did not give 0 on the dot. You know, there are some equations that if you substitute, it gives you 0 on the dot. So this one is just the approximate root, since it's numerical analysis. But if you are using factorization method, it usually gives us the exact root, so that when you substitute it, you get 0 on the dot. So now let's continue. N is equal to 3 becomes x4. We put it in the original equation, it becomes x4 is equals to what? x3 minus x3 minus x2 fx3 over fx3 minus fx2. So now we'll substitute these values inside. x3 is what? Is 3.7893. Then minus x3 is also 3.7893 minus x2. x2 is 3.7878. Then fx3 is what? fx3 is 0. So you can see that this whole term will be 0. Then fx3 is what? 0 also, minus fx2, which will become plus 0.0028. So the whole of this 0 times this will be 0. So everything here is 0, so it will be 3.7893. This is the final answer. So, and now we can stop the iteration since x3 is equal to x4. So we can now stop the iteration. So now the root, therefore you can conclude that the root of the equation is 3.7893. This is the root of the equation, or in other words, the approximate root. So I hope you understood this episode. If you have any question, feel free to contact me using my WhatsApp or email written in the description below, or you can write them in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell to get notified as soon as I drop a new video. Thanks.